Greetings, sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. This is Body-Culinary, and this early day, I wanted to come on just to express uh, the reason that I call this here freedom here. So, this is me in my raw human suit. And one of the things I really love about this unique DNA marker, this hair, and this could be whether this was locks or even if it was shaved to a short peach fuzz. I could go either way. The freedom, the freedom is so key in a climate, in a world, in a society where a lot of our waking moments are spent chasing more things, and I like nice things, to fill our houses with, more things to paint our faces with, more things to overstuff ourselves with. I can't speak for everybody, but there's an undercurrent of anxiety, of angst, of pressure, of a race. And I have found the undertone, it's not just, in my years, my seasons on the planet, you observe some patterns after you've been here for a while. And I observe it's not what people are saying to me or what people are selling to me. I'm much more keen to the patterns and the undertones of the communications when someone is speaking to me or saying something, whether that's a compliment or somebody's typing something or asking me for something. Hopefully, as we're on the planet longer, we will start to pick up some wisdom and start to notice some patterns. Especially as women, our bodies are wired to patterns. So it's really profound that we are moving at such a pace that we're not dialed in. Our ears and our eyes are not tuned into picking up on very distinct patterns. In our younger years, our teens and our 20s, we don't have a frame of reference. Although our bodies are wired to patterns, there's certain things we haven't experienced yet, and certain things our eyesight hasn't been developed. The crone, or the prototype for the crone, or the wise woman, which you see in many cultures. You can see it in Asian cultures. Definitely see it in Mayan culture, represented as the goddess Ishel, who is she's shown in three different forms: the old woman crone, the mother, and also as the young maiden. And it's interesting, the two, older and younger, have a snake on their head, which represents wisdom. The middle one does not. So in any event, the eyes, the crone eyes, the society is attempts, the popular culture, to throw away the crone, and Western culture throws away the crone. When the crone, the principle of mother, in actuality, the mother, even if she's not the best mother, if she has been on the planet long enough, even if she hasn't had children and she's been around children, there is a certain amount of wisdom that you will acquire by virtue of being a woman. Now, we may not dial into it, we may not be encouraged to tap into that wisdom, but it's very profound. The cycles, what has happened, when people get sick, what's going on with the planet. That's a lot of wisdom. Interaction with humans, what causes pain, when we put ourselves in harm's way. That's extremely valuable wisdom, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel. So I say all this to say wisdom, a lot of, and information is not necessarily wisdom. Doesn't mean I know everything. I have enough wisdom to know I don't know everything. A lot of what we're chasing, somebody has made it up, and we waste a good majority of our precious life energy, focus, working hours, stress, tears, chasing stuff that's not real, that's not relevant, that is not beneficial, that is not a viable investment, that does not increase vitality, that does not increase longevity. And I say also say that you don't have to style your hair. This is freedom here, and this is psychological. It's not just superficial. This is an undertone. I'm not speaking of not luxuriating and not enjoying the finer things in life and the beauty in life. I love those things. That's natural for us to be drawn to those things. But the what we're pressured and trained and conditioned to participate in, which leaves us quite often depleted, as a waste of time, or at least a good portion of our life years. It's spent a lot of distraction that some other people made up. And as humans, we follow fashion. We follow, and we mimic. So when you wake up in the morning, and this is one woman's experience, if it doesn't resonate, you could toss this, please toss it respectfully, right in the garbage. Waking up and walking past the mirror, like there's something about, I call it a lioness mane with my little fine hair. Being able to shake up, not having to do anything, and to appreciate my own eyebrows and my eyelashes and my nose, and that my skin can breathe. And when my body is not encumbered by too much food, or even if I had a little too much food, if I can feel, if I can be present and feel like it's too much food in there. I don't need to eat right now. I need to let it digest. That is presence. All of the information online has almost made this inaccessible, like you're not qualified to assess yourself. And it's the distraction, this breakneck, fever pitch distraction. I say it really depletes us. So there's something about being able to sit in your raw form. If you have extra adipose tissue, right, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, without the judgments, just to sit and know you deserve peace, right? A lot of the judgment that we are allowing from other people. There's something about this hair and being comfortable in your raw form that it speaks to taking back the sovereignty of how you feel about yourself and being very intentional about validation, right? Validation is a huge buzzword. By the way, let me pause for a second. I'm Body-Culinary. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm a professional chef. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a nutrition consultant. These are things that I do, ways that I function in the world. I'm another human in a human suit in the time that I'm here. I love eating. I love to encourage peaceful consumption, basically dousing yourself with whole, fresh living fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nuts, so you don't have to worry about food anymore, so you can enjoy, greetings Untainted, so you can enjoy your time in your human suit without being all stressed out, not leaving a whole bunch of waste on your waistline. It's plenty for us to eat. It's been made too complicated and inaccessible, and I just find it's totally unnecessary. What do I want most in the world? What do I want most while I'm here in my human suit? I actually desire to have fun. I like to play capoeira, African dance. Well, a lot of I'm doing now is to play in food, to play with other people in terms of different types of movement, roller skating, dancing, martial arts, and to play in the garden and meet new people and people to share their garden and stuff with me. Maybe perhaps that's it. I enjoy seeing the people around me that I care about. I enjoy transformation. That's kind of really what I enjoy, to secure myself, but just a sense of peace and presence, to really be present and enjoy my time while I'm here. I like fun. I like to participate in my own and be present to my own transformation and that of others. So I don't know. That's all I could come up with in terms of what do I want most in life. Peace and integrity, because I'm going to take off this human suit at some point. So to really be present is I would say it's an accomplishment today, because it's like a tidal wave of distraction. It's a tidal wave of distraction. And I found in following all the things that we're told that we need to follow, a lot of us are left like, that was it. It's like many of us, the first time we experience intimate relations, you're like, that was it. I think we're sold a bad bill of goods and people don't tell the truth. It can be beautiful, but today it's a lot of being sold that I think is a sham and a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. and we are following and mimicking music and programming, and we're not left any more contented, at peace, or healthy for it. I think it's a bunch of bullcrap. And I'm not saying this from a space of being negative. It's a lot of folks don't know what we're doing, all trying to figure it out, and we're copying a lot of people that speak with confidence, and we're mimicking them. But somewhere the undertone that I'm talking about, there's a lot of fear, and I've mentioned it numerous times on this channel. You can look it up. The 5 human basic fears. Okay, so we have fear of old age and death, fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of, I think I said health, oh, fear of loss of love or never finding love, and fear of poverty. This is driving, this is an undertone, right? That is driving a lot of our subconscious and our conscious behaviors. It affects who we choose to mate with, sometimes just totally illogical. We're not logical creatures, believe it or not. A lot of times we're not functioning from logic, we're functioning from trying to avoid pain and embrace pleasure. But just on a basic level, without being esoteric, as women, as people, we're not very strategic, and we're not securing ourselves into the future. And even when we think we're being strategic, especially as younger women, there are things that we don't have a frame of reference for that we hadn't counted on. A lot of the things, the ways that we're putting ourselves out there, and I'm not a prude, I can appreciate sensuality, but there's a lot we're not banking on when it comes to what we're exposing ourselves to in terms of mental and emotional health, how that will factor into our parenting, how that will factor into our more mature years, right? What we're exposing ourselves to. So, all is to say, I like to get to what is grounding, that gives me calm, that gives me peace, that gives me contentment and satisfaction. And I found it in several practices. I found it in the garden, communing with plants. I found it in a personal movement practice. I found it in finding a way to eat that is relaxing, nourishing, and that takes preoccupation with food off of the table. They may seem like such seemingly simple practices, but they have so much more leverage than the transient things that we're chasing. And this hair, not being worried about what you look like and your hair, taking it off the table is huge. It gives us access to a type of sovereignty, right? Focusing more on health and the confidence that comes from investing in your health and investing in exploring what it is that you want to do, not putting it in somebody else's hands, whether that's a romantic partner, a lover, whatever our concepts of the creator are, being totally responsible for your life. Just making that decision, it can seem kind of scary, something we want to avoid, right? Because we're trying to avoid those basic fears, but it can give us a lot of peace. So it's taking the food off the table, taking the hair off the table. It's a sense of freedom. There's something about passing by the mirror and saying, like, what I get being on camera and people want to see a made up face. I can appreciate, I like seeing made up faces sometimes, but there's something different when I can notice if I pass by and I can smile at myself because I like myself, my stage of life, what I look like. I feel like there's something key, there's something bigger there that we may be losing and sacrificing unknowingly. So freedom here. Somebody mentioned yesterday, I had done a quickie style that, I don't know many styles for my hair. And I'm like, you don't need to style your hair. That's an epiphany. You don't. It's not raggedy. It's not unclean. It's actually a joy to let it grow out, sprout in all of its glory. It's an expression to see, go along for the ride, to see what your hair does, what she wants, how she wants to behave. And when we take some of these things off the table, it leaves more room for more expression and dance and movement, which is one of the biggest therapies, whatever your age, right? These are things that we can be fully expressed and feel a sense of contentment, where we can take chasing dangerous ghosts and strangers off of the table. So that's what I'm saying with this freedom here. It's a state of mind. And again, it could be like this. It could be peach fuzz, a short afro. It's just the whole concept of not having to worry about it. And then I can relax into health and confidence. Health and confidence comes with my movement practice. The joy that I feel when I can express my body in different ways. The joy that comes from taking a lot of distraction off the table. It makes more time to go out in the sun and get the vitamin D, that pre-hormone, onto my skin, right? To have mental space, to have access to do the things that really matter before you close your eyes. You want to experience nature. I would think we want to experience, what does our body have the capability to do? All the creative ideas in my head that I would like to express while I'm in my human suit. Many of us feel so afraid of failure, which is conditioning, right? And internal judgment, that we don't try to make the little crafts or try a new type of movement or do something else, because it's a mindset, right? Freedom here is a mindset. That's what I wanted to share this early day. So I'm inviting you all to create a great day on purpose. Feel free to avail yourself of the different things that I have available, which are the guide, Natural Beauty, No Products, and Whole Living Foods in the Hood with menus to fit your budget. Those you can find on Gumroad, available for download on Gumroad, or you can find them at body-culinary.com. So it's Natural Beauty, No Products, Love Your Own Hair and Skin. I put food on my face, my hair and skin. I eat it first internally, and then I put it on my hair and skin. And then also Whole Living Foods in the Hood. That is a guide to eating whole, fresh, unprocessed foods as a lifestyle. And again, I would say it's a mindset. How we are feeding our organs, our mood, our vitality is a state of being, and it's a mindset. It's not really about the labels. So that being said, natural bodies matter. I say bring the small tetas, bring them back in style because you said so. Enjoy your natural human suit, your natural healthy breasts. Because if we have this background of affirmations, I don't like myself, I don't like myself, that's a breeding ground for dis-ease, right? Not feeling comfortable in our body. It's this comfort in your human suit, just affirming it and saying, I'm going to enjoy it. That self-love, it starts with a mindset. We're more likely to feed ourselves the highest quality fuel depending on how we feel about ourselves. So natural bodies, they matter. They matter very greatly. So y'all create a great day. I don't even see comments here. On purpose, to play. Lovely answer. You're a beautiful person. Thank you. Shout out to Untainted Afro, Tender Dread. Lovely face. I don't know. This looks like, look at this. Wow, look at these trolls. So interesting. So let me just block them because this is the kind of energy, unfortunately, that is on the internet today. And it's very unfortunate. So I just have a tendency to block them. Y'all create a great day on purpose. And also I'll say this, being grounded in this kind of environment where you have this a toxicity or something that is very, very off psychologically and mentally, being grounded is really, really important to our mental and emotional health as women of all ages, right? The environment that we're in. All right, y'all create a great day on purpose.